Hey guys, it's Lacey. I was actually having a talk with one of my friends earlier, and we were getting on the topic of how, personally, me wants to explore the world, and she's like, why are you so against being American? Why are you so yearning to get out of this country? And I didn't really know how to respond to that. I was just like, good question. The basic line is, she worded her question incorrectly. It's not that I'm ashamed to be American. It's not that I'm miserable to be one. I'm happy in America. I have the ability to speak freely. Obviously, I am now. I can say whatever I feel, and it's not, well, it can be discriminated against, but it's not like, you say this, you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? And I can freely listen to whatever music I want. I can freely believe whatever religion I want. Even though I don't have a religion, but, I can be homosexual, even though it's illegal in some states. But you know what I'm saying? I have basically the freedom to pursue whatever I want to do and say whatever I want to say, think how I want to think, and it's okay. Sometimes not in the eyes of other people, but generally I can do it. Some people may just not like it. But I see similarities between the people here. I see people believing the same, people acting the same, and it's not a bad thing. Obviously, we're gonna be the same because we're in the same place. And then people can have the argument that, well, people in Florida are different than the people in Washington. I can't deny this. I don't know. But an example is, I was raised in a city or a town near Pennsylvania. Philly, Pennsylvania. God, I cannot talk tonight. I'm sorry. And I noticed most people act the same, dress the same. The general cliche cliche groups of people, they all talk the same. And then I was like, okay, this is lame. And then my mom one day was like, hey, we're gonna go camping at a campsite 3 hours away. And I was like, cool, new people. Maybe some people will be different there. Generally, I'm using that term loosely. Generally. Okay? I know people, they acted the same as the people in my old hometown. And that could be, well, they're all in Pennsylvania. That could be. But then, a few years ago, moved down south to Florida. And I can see people here the same way I view people in Pennsylvania. And to every other state I've been, that is basically how people were. I know people have different thoughts. I know people act differently. I know people believe differently. But for the fact we were raised in the society we were raised in, aka America, we're generally going to be the same, if that makes any sense. As a society, we're the same. But I can look at another country like it's an entirely different world. There's obviously countries like Scotland, England, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. They're going to be kind of the same as here because they speak the same language. They were generally raised in the same. They have similar governments. But it's funny because I want to go to Scotland more than any other country. But they are different. Different side of the road. That's one little difference completely. There's, how they say certain words is different. Their accents are different. Some of their mindsets are even different from what I've noticed. Here in America, from what I've seen, if a kid, 16 or 17 drinks, that's bad. That's straight up bad. In the eyes of most adults. But, from what I've talked to of kids in England and Scotland, they drink with their parents all the time. I'm like, dude, really? What the fuck? Where am I living? And it's just little things like that. And then, there's entirely different places from here, France and Italy. This is from what I've heard. Again, I do not have the experience or knowledge to say I'm correct on this. But from what I've gathered, they're much more open about their bodies and they're much more free. They will have sex and freely speak about it. It's not a big deal to them. And they can parade around naked and be completely happy with their bodies. But here, you talk about sex, it's adults are shh, quiet, you're too young for that. And then, if you're 20, they still say that. It's anywho. And then, I see girls, they're all no, I'm fat, man. And, they're so caught up with looking a certain way. It's like, why? You look fine. I'm not fat. I have pudge. I have no tits. I don't care. Like, it's just how it is. It's people see things so differently. And how amazing is that? Like, how would you want to sit in one country your entire life? And my parents, I don't understand how they're my parents because they think so differently than me about that. They're just like, why should I have to go see the world when there's so much to see in America? I'll see that. I have the ability to go whenever I want to see these things. But the thrill of going somewhere else, hopping on a plane and flying to somewhere new, somewhere entirely different than where I live, that's so amazing to me. And the other argument to that, another reason I want to see the world, is because I need to change it. I want to change certain things about it. There's so much anger towards anybody who happens to think differently than you. If someone has a different opinion than you, if someone has a different belief than you, religion, sexuality, there's so much tension. Like, why? I don't understand it. And I guess in order to get past these barriers, I need to figure out why a person thinks a certain way. I need to understand why they believe that, why they believe what I'm doing might be wrong or right. You know? Like, something that I do can be entirely wrong to another person. Something that even a gesture could be seen as rude. And I don't know this because I don't know how they think. I don't know why it's considered rude. I don't know why. Like, from what I've talked to someone about, like, me I'm a very open person. I love giving hugs. When I see a friend, even if they're a new friend, I will run up and hug them. And I was talking to my friend in Japan, and he was like, really? Like, basically, they just, like, hey, what's up? They're, like, very calm about it. They don't engage in physical gestures very much. And I guess if I had a friend in Japan, or I was friends with people in Japan, and I ran up and hugged them, that would be considered rude. But naturally, because I was raised in the society I was raised in, I learned that it was okay to do this in most cases. Not like everywhere, but as a teenager in school, it's fine. But I need to figure out things. I need to figure out why people work in order to change the hostility between each other. I'm not saying I'm going to change a person's mindset. I'm not going to even try to change a belief. And never would I want to do that. But in order to make someone agree with you, try agreeing with them. Try understanding them. If I can understand a person, I don't have to agree with them. I don't have to... No, it's not. You're not even understand. You just have to accept that they are the way they are simply because that's who they are. Don't belittle them for thinking a certain way. Don't disagree. You can disagree, but don't fight with them about it. Like religion. You can't fight with someone because they're Christian. You can't belittle someone because they're an atheist or a Jew or a Muslim. It's just wrong. Why should your way of thinking be right when theirs is wrong? You know what I'm saying there? I'm kind of getting a little off topic here, but that's generally why I don't want to stay in America. That's generally why I don't want to stay in little Jacksonville, Florida. I need to get out of here. I need to fucking go. I need to get on a plane, buy a ticket, go on a plane, and leave. Figure it out for myself. I don't want someone telling me something. I need to experience it. I know I'm 18 and I'm probably rambling about dreams here, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna change the world for the better. And I need to start by figuring out why a person is the way they are. Why does Al-Qaeda hate America for thinking a certain way? Why do Christians hate I'm generally speaking, why do Christians hate homosexuals? Merely because a book tells them so, Just little things. You accept a person for the way they are by understanding why they think that way. Figure out their mindset, and they might try to figure out yours. There'll be less fighting. It's just such... I'm a citizen of the world. I'm not an American. If I lived in Japan, I wouldn't be Japanese. If I lived in Scotland, I wouldn't be Scottish. It's one world. Why is there 200 plus countries fighting over stupid things? Culture's inevitable. Culture can't be changed, and that's good. I would hate to live in a world where everything was the same. But why is there such hostility against other people for living a different way? That's generally my rant today. But for everybody who asked me this, that's why. See the world, change the world. Understand why people are a certain way, they'll understand you. Thanks for listening to my fucking 10-minute rant there, because that was annoying as fuck. Love you guys. See you later.